we still in focus?
Yeah, it looks like it. That's what I was worried about. Okay, I'm good now.
You good now? Okay.
All right.
Welcome to the family. I am Drew. This guy next to me is my uncle, Don, and this is the family Jules.
Hello, how you doing today?
Why do you always do an accent?
I don't know why I do an accent. You know, my Russian was very good. My Russian was very perfect. But
Next one, I'm gonna try an accent to open it.
Oy vey, we don't want to hear what trolls sound like, but that's okay.
Today we're gonna be reviewing Significant Other. It came out on Paramount Plus. It was just one of those movies I really hadn't heard much about. I saw it, and my wife and I watched it, and I was like, you know what, Don, let's just do a quick review on it. So I told him to watch it, and here we are.
Yeah.
So, Significant Other is directed by Dan Burke and Robert Olson. I believe this is their fairly first outing. I don't know much about them. It also stars, and I always mess up her name, Micah Monroe.
Pretty lady. I mean, honestly, yeah. My name's Dawn. I don't think a lot of people can pronounce that one. You have a great name, pretty lady.
Oh yeah. Micah Monroe. She was in It Follows. She's been in other things, but mostly everybody probably knows her from It Follows. It also stars Jake Lacey. He's not super well known. He's got one of those faces where as soon as you see it, you're like, where do I know him from?
That makes sense. I mean, I think he reminds me kind of like a Superman. You know, like you should have done Superman.
He's got a strong jaw. Like he's got that. He could be a Superman superhero. Yeah.
He's so cute. So
the film is just about a couple dealing with relationship issues, and they decide to. I guess they camp. Yeah, they decide to go camping in the Pacific Northwest woods. Really? I don't think they really say if it's like Washington or what.
Yeah, it's got to be Washington, California, West Coast.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Relationship.
Pacific North.
Yeah, I guess it does start. Okay.
Pacific Northwest, so it's somewhere on the West Coast.
Big trees.
That's about all we can say.
Not buildings.
They're having some kind of issues, and they think that camping will fix it all. So without further ado, Don, why don't you get into your positives?
Okay, back to you, AJ. Seriously, I would say the biggest positive to that, what he just said, is that it's on the West Coast.
That's a positive for you. That it was on the West Coast.
Yeah, it's the West Coast. I don't want to give any spoilers away. I'm not going to do that to anybody on this one.
No spoilers.
You're struggling.
This is a spoiler.
You're trying to be.
This is a spoiler-free review. To say.
You're trying to get out there, get your name out there, and they have an actress that has been there before. The directors and the producers. Yes. Just like farm, I produce tomatoes. But anyway, I don't know if I could. Actually, I could say that, couldn't I?
What?
Tomatoes.
Tomatoes.
I produce tomatoes. Anyway, they could be rotten, but that's not us. Anyway.
Okay.
Point being is that
that's a good point though. It does have a 78% on Rotten Tomatoes. Again, I always say this. I don't go off of Rotten Tomatoes, but I like to check it to get a baseline of where I'm starting, what other people might think.
We are a baseline too.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, you could be like, I really don't have an idea whether it's a good movie or a not good movie.
Right.
Watch us.
That's what
Trust
we are.
us. We're going to tilt you off. We're going to tilt you to the left or the right, whatever you want, up or down. We're going to make that decision for you.
It does
push you that way.
It does have a 73% Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah.
So again, don't go off that. I don't go off that, but just to get a baseline, that's where that stands. It is rated R, which is always. So we're talking about positives. That's always a positive in my book.
Why is it rated R?
Well, I think there's some.
I think my ex-wife was just a, ex.
Just like when we reviewed Spirit Halloween, and you're like, why is it? I think it's scary.
Yes,
I think it's scary imagery, some bloody gore.
Okay, yeah, that's true.
I mean, so if we're going to continue on the positives, like I said, it's rated R. That's always a positive for me. It's not a super long movie.
That's a beautiful thing again. We
love
that.
Yeah.
I love that.
It's only 84 minutes.
Yeah.
Dude, that's an hour and 24 minutes. So it short and sweet. Another positive for me is again her name, Mika Monroe. I loved her in It Follows. I think she's a great actress. I think
that was a great movie. I'm not gonna lie. That's a spoiler alert for the next one. When we do that, when we do It Follows, that's a spoiler because It Follows I thought was great. So we're spoiling ourselves.
Well, you're spoiling yourself.
Well,
you're soiling yourself already, Don.
Yeah. Okay. Wait a second. It's squishy. Okay.
Call him Squishy, and he shall be mine.
But no, I love her. I thought she was great in that, and I think she's really good in this as well. Even Jake Lacy, I thought he was really good. I thought the acting was good. My biggest positive is the story. I mean, for me, when I watched it, I was like, it felt honestly like it could have been a weird sequel to It Follows. And it's weird because she's in it. Honestly, when I was watching it, I was like, wow, this could be like almost a kind of sequel to It Follows.
Understood. But okay, continue with your positives. Yeah. I'm going to go and up or down. We'll see what happens.
My mixed feelings are there's a little bit of comedy thrown in at one point, and it was a little weird. But that was also the point where I really decided that how I felt about the film. So that's why it's mixed. Because at first it didn't feel like it fit the tone, because there's a certain tone throughout the movie, very much so in the beginning, and then you get that little bit of comedy thrown in, and then the rest of the tone is the same as the first, with just that little bit of comedy, and it comes from Jake Lacy's character, the boyfriend. It comes from him. So I'm a little mixed on that. But otherwise, I don't really have any other...
Have you noticed how I'm just staring at him? I let him talk. Yeah, go ahead. Continue.
Negatives. So,
can you see the smile on my face?
I don't know. Negatives. I mean, there's a few things. Gosh, it's hard to say without giving away spoilers.
I can.
Yeah, I'm sure you can.
I can't either.
There's a few things, aspects of God, it's so hard. There's a few aspects of something that I didn't like. It almost felt Terminator 2.
You're still in my lines. I guarantee you're still in my lines. Have you been looking at my notebook?
I haven't even looked at your
Oh
notebook.
my God, you've been looking at my goddamn notebook. I swear to God.
Yeah,
we don't do this just off the whim. We still have little notes. You stay away from my diary. And it also says I love, a lot of girls, so,
The diary. Kevin is so hot.
And what I did back in the day.
Don, trust me, I have no interest in reading your diary.
Well, okay, that's good.
But no, even still, even the Terminator, the way they did it though, I can still dig it. And yeah, so there's an aspect that felt a little Terminator, but honestly, I don't really mind it. I honestly can't really think of any negatives that I really have for the movie.
May I?
If you must. I forgot one negative. And this is really the only negative I have.
All right.
It was pretty slow until literally about halfway through the film. It was...
Oh, yeah.
It dragged, and...
That's going to be a herder. He's going to have to clip this out of this, because that is going to be something that makes you want to, or not, watch the movie. I got to let you know, the way I felt about this movie was very mixed emotions. I just didn't like the way it worked. The flow was good. Don't get me wrong. They went from point A to point B. It was awesome.
It is slow, like we said. It is slow, good halfway through.
Yeah. I saw things at the end where I'm sitting there going, wait a second, that kind of explains what happens at the beginning, but then
just what are your negatives? Because I know
my negatives are pretty much everything in the movie. Honestly, the flow was good. I mean the scenery, the directing, and all that. As far as the storyline, the negative, I didn't like it, It was too sci-fi. There was a love story aspect of a love story.
So you just don't like when they throw a love story into a science fiction film.
Yeah, I look at it as I want death, I want horror, I want scary, I don't want to go to bed and I'm almost 50 years old. That's kind of what I'm after. Just how I feel. But anyway,
what did you really not like about the film?
Well, beyond that it had some love in it, again, it was more sci-fi than horror. So that's just my opinion.
Well, it is listed as a thriller.
Yeah, it's a thriller. Yeah, that's true. I'm just really stumped. I really am. I mean, I'm trying to think of everything. I feel like I'm on the spot here.
I don't know. God damn it, James! I don't know!
For my viewers. I just feel like I don't want to give up too much without saying too much. And the way I'm rambling, maybe you're starting to see what I'm saying here.
All right. Well, let's just get into the Juhl scale then. Maybe that'll give our viewers an idea of where you really stand on the film then.
Juhl scale?
Yeah, Juhl scale.
Bupkis, 0.
0 Juhls?
0 Juhls. It's a turd.
It's a turd. All right. Fair enough.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Fair enough. On my Juhl scale, I would give it a 3. I would buy a digital copy of it. I don't need to physically own it. I don't think it's a must-watch in theaters. I enjoyed the story enough that I'd watch it again, and I wouldn't mind owning a digital copy of it if it was cheap somewhere to buy on Amazon, Vudu, whatever.
What happens when they come out with the first full hologram 3D TV?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I'm not gonna lie, that would be pretty cool.
You lose that on a digital. You'd be like, ah.
I think it would be cool is the screen that goes all the way around you, so it's no matter where you look.
Do that little running board they do like in
Ready Player One.
Yeah, Ready Player One. I got a design for that. Manufacturers, come talk to me. I guarantee you, I can put them in almost everybody's house. That's just me.
To end it, final thoughts is the verdict. He says it's a turd. I say it's a cheap digital buy. I enjoyed it. He had his issues with it.
If you had a girlfriend over or wife with you or somebody like that, at the time watching it, might have made it a little bit better. You could support each other in a good way.
If you got your girlfriend over, I say throw it on.
Yeah.
Although they do have relationship issues in that, it might churn up some bad things in your guys' relationship. But
just don't go freaking camping.
Yeah, don't go camping. That's a horror trope in general. Never go camping.
No.
Never go to a cabin in the woods. Never go camping. That's
just reminded me of my ex-wife. Is the whole problem with that one, with her personality in that movie. It just killed me. No, it's a personal thing. I'm sorry. So, ladies, my name's Don, and I'm actually not a bad-looking son of a bitch. It's just the hair thing.
Bald is beautiful.
Love the belly. You gotta love the belly. Curl up to me, you'll never go cold.
He's got a dad bod without the dad.
Damn right.
Well, he has a dad. Maybe I said that wrong.
Are you calling me a bastard? I'm a bastard?
He has the dad bod without the kids.
Yeah. Didn't need the kids for that one.
All right.
Honestly, end it out. Finish it up.
So that'll do it for us for this one, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit
that bell.
Hit the bell. Yep. And don't forget to check out some of our other videos that I'll put links to at the end. And we will see you guys next time.
Okay. Bye.